Hello and welcome to day 7 of the Intergalactic Aerospace Expo. It is Drake Day. It is the 28th of November. We're getting towards the end of the manufacturers. I think the 30th is the last manufacturer day with Anvil. We've got Origin tomorrow, I believe. Correct me if I'm wrong. But let's have a look to see what is available, Drake-wise. This is the day that if you want to try and pick yourself up a KRAKEN or Privateer, then you might want to do that. I suspect they're already sold out for the first wave, but the second wave will be on sale at midnight and then 8 AM UTC. So, but we'll talk about those in a minute. We've got the cutters. So, Cutter Scout here is sort of like an expedition ship. Now, well, it's not an expedition ship. That's the Rambler. The Scout is better at scanning, I believe. Actually, let's have a look at the blurb. Paring down the rough and tumble combat frame of the cutter to the bare essentials. Drake took an impressive ship and transformed it into the ideal scouting vessel. So it's a scouting vessel. It's a bit better at scanning and that sort of stuff. Probably a bit longer range as well. Improved radar and scanning abilities with more power and cooling. So the idea of the cutters is that they are kind of second-tier starter ships. Natural evolutions of starter ships, or a good game to start the ship to start the game with. Sort of like a Adventure Titan sort of thing, but more specialised. And if you want to do more scouty type stuff, or have a bit of an improved cutter, then you've got that one. We've just got the standard cutter over here. This looks like the standard one, and then the Ramblers behind it over there. So you've got the standard cutter. It's got 4 SU of space, and it's got a load of wallop and tumble. So the idea is that these are relatively inexpensive for what they are, and sort of easy to maintain. Simple, effective, chonky. I quite like the cutters. They've grown on me. I wouldn't mind starting the game with one. And then you've got the Rambler over here, which is the exploration version. Sort of long range and focused on that exploration gameplay. 2 SCU of cargo. Creature comforts as well, personal storage. I'm assuming it's got better sort of pathfinding abilities as well. But creature comforts wise, got your own little area, toilet, and shower. Little armory area. And what else have we got in here? The Caterpillar. So, I really love the Caterpillar. Caterpillar is going to be one of the most modular ships in the game. At the moment, it needs a little bit of work and love. So, I don't think its ramps come down properly yet. But they will. They should fold down and come down properly. And each of these sections, including the front section, will be its own module that you can swap out for like a living quarters or an armory or a refinery or one of many, many different types of modules. Those are all just examples of potential ones rather than actual ones. But it should be very modular. You should be able to have lots of different choice, set the ship up in lots of different ways. It's a really good cargo ship at the moment. I believe this side pod, the sort of cockpit, will be detachable and reattachable as an escape pod. A very cool ship. I think it's one of the cooler cargo ships. It's one of the ships that got me into modularity as well. Right. Let's run over here and see what else is available. So, what do we have in this hall? We've got a Buccaneer there. We've got the Herald. And we've got the Corsair. Okay, some cool ships. Herald. So, it's supposed to be a data runner. Very, very fast, especially in a straight line, almost like a racer. It's a big flying tick. Yeah, the idea is that it's got these wipeable, at a click of a button, data pods. And it will get data where it needs to go as quickly as possible. Don't have data running in-game yet, so the ship is criminally underused. Got the Buccaneer, which is an absolutely fantastic medium fighter with just tons of weapons stuck on it. I think it's arguable what kind of class of fighter it is. You could argue it's light. But it doesn't do well with attrition. Sort of bits of it get shot off. It's no frills. It's Drake. It's sort of just covered in guns, but hasn't really thought about durability much. Very cool. And then we've got the Corsair. Corsair is a pretty high-tier exploration ship. Again, no frills. So it's got all the stuff that you need for medium to long-range expeditions. But you're not going to be able to stay out as long and have as like some of the top-tier stuff that the KRAKEN has. But it's great still. It just doesn't have like a med bay or anything like that. It doesn't have the exploration drones. But it is more manageable. It is smaller. It's potentially a better general mission running ship, although you could argue the KRAKEN is. But, you know, smaller ships I think are easier to manage. And it's still pretty big. It's got room for a vehicle in the back, load of cargo. It's going to allow you to stay out in the verse for quite a long time. I highly rate them. Yeah, I think they're just great little mission runners. I say little. They're pretty big. And they're just not massive. What else have we got? Now, because we haven't seen them yet, I suspect my beautiful baby boys, the Cutlasses, are in here. Okay, so in the center, we've got the Vulture. Vulture, my favorite salvage ship. I love the Reclaimer as well, don't get me wrong. But the Reclaimer is big and requires multiple people to use. The Vulture, you can get away with one person. I mean, it works really well with 2 people at the moment, but you can get away with one. You sort of fly in, do your hull stripping, and occasionally move a box from the from one part of the hold to another. Sort of compress your salvage into actual cargo boxes with this machine. You can also use this. You can have it auto-eject, then you'll need to move stuff. You can also craft with it as well. Multi-tools and parts of multi-tools. Fuses. So, sort of start of crafting mechanics with these salvage ships. Yeah, really rate the Vulture. I think it's a great little ship. So, we are surrounded by Cutlasses. Let's start with the... Is that the Cutlass Steel or the normal Cutlass? Oh, God. Cool. It is the normal Cutlass. So we've got the Cutlass Black to start with. This is a absolutely fantastic multi-role ship. So, suitable for like a crew of 2 to 3. It's sort of how I would deem it. Got your turret on top. You've got a co-pilot seat, a pilot seat. You've got a good area for a vehicle or cargo. Good amount of weaponry. It's got a lot going on. Allows you to do a little bit of everything relatively well. Got yourself a little armory, bed. Yeah, I really, really rate those ships. And then we've got the Cutlass Red. And it basically goes, well, let's drop the top turret. And in the rear, still got a little area for cargo. And then you've got 2 tier 3 med beds. It's a pretty good sized ambulance. And it's got B-bore lights as well. B-bore, B-bore. Over here we've got the Cutlass Blue. Another B-bore ship. It's got police sirens though. That's what sirens said. You know, lights. And this one is sort of like the more bounty hunter police ship. It's got more armor, or at least it's supposed to have. And better components. As well as, instead of having those med beds, having a load of cryopods. Which you can put bounties in, basically. I say cryopods. They're like their little hover ones. Which all of them will become, I believe. And then you push the little hover pods around, take them into the bounty stations. And then we've got the Cutlass Steel. Cutlass Steel ups the amount of sort of crew to as many as you kind of want. So it is a proper dropship, and it's sort of just crammed full of dropship stuff. So you can see these 2 guns on the door that will be accessible when the door's opened. Another one for the rear. All these drop seats. So just absolute huge potential for a very small dropship with a lot of weaponry to support the ground troops that it's picking up and dropping off. Very cool ship. Very good idea for a little dropship as well. Highly rated, but I think it's pretty expensive. And let's go check to see what's going on downstairs. So what do we have downstairs? So we've got the Dragonflies. Well, the Dragonfly Black. There is a yellow jacket as well, but obviously not here. But they're just skin changes. These are quite good workhorse bikes. So they've got enough room for 2 people to sit on them. The rear seat's supposed to have the person shooting backwards. But then you've got some weaponry on the front. You've got a little bit of storage as well. Cool little hover bikes. Sort of mainstay of hover bikes as well. Have we got any stuff over here? We do! Got some mules! So we've got the mule as well. Mule is cool because it's kind of a bit like a forklift. It's got that sort of energy going on. Being able to take cargo containers on the sides and the back. A bit like a trolley. Got this these little arms that fold out forwards as well. I do like the mules. Very useful. Although people probably prefer the ATLS sort of exosuit. What have we got in here? In the Hollow Suite. Are you an Ironclad? You are an Ironclad. Okay, so the Ironclad is sort of like a super heavily armoured, extra big caterpillar. Is the idea. So huge amount of area of like armoured cockpit, or not cockpit, of armoured cargo area with an opening top hangar, sort of top opening hangar. Yeah, very powerful, strong armoured freighter, which you could use as a little mini carrier. There's also the its variant that allows for like ground vehicles to be taken and repaired and rearmed and refueled, and it is much more combat orientated. Here we've got a Kraken. Kraken mobile space station is the idea, and you've got the Kraken and the Kraken Privateer. We'll talk about those in a second because we'll be looking at them on the RSI website. I suspect they've already sold out for the first wave, as I said. But the idea is that they've got a load of landing pads on, they're mobile space stations. You've got the ability to service, repair, rearm, refuel ships. They've got a load of cargo, and the privateers have got shops. But they are light assault carriers, is another way of looking at them. And the sort of privateers more of a floating shopping mall and space station. But they can both provide those rearm, repair, and refuel services. Right, let's go look at the RSI website and talk a little bit more about some of these ships. So, what do we have today on Drake Day? We've got episode 3 of the IAE show, which is suitably mad. So you check that out. We've got a Warbond deal on the Vulture, if you want to upgrade to that ship. And then we've got 18 Drake ships and vehicles. Buccaneer, $110 for that pretty good fighter. Like, it's got a load of firepower on it. It's absolutely great. Like, if you're a good pilot, you don't get shot at much, awesome. And if you want to bring your alpha strike damage, before someone else can get back, awesome. Got the Caterpillar, $330. Heavy freight at the moment, but it will have all these modules in the future. Yeah. Lots of hauling at the moment. Then we've got the Corsair, $250. It's a no-frills expedition sort of exploration ship, and I really like it. I highly rate it. Got the Cutlasses, Cutlass Black, $110. I think it is one of the better ships in game. Multi-role, medium freight. Yeah, I'd say that's pretty accurate. And then we've got Combat Interdiction. Does it have... oh, it also has a built-in quantum dampener as well, which I missed out from saying. So it's got the cryopods in the back, but it's also got that interdiction ability. Okay. It is pretty useful, the Cutlass Blue. That police sort of militia ship. Obviously, it's going to be used a lot by pirates as well. Cutlass Red, $135 for that sort of ambulance. I really rate it because of the two tier 3 medical beds. Cutlass Steel, really over inflated in price. $235. I do like it as a little drop ship. It is very expensive. We've got the Cutters, absolutely fantastic, sort of second tier starter ships, $45. I say second tier, they're not priced second tier. I mean, I rate them more than I do the Mustangs and Auroras now. I think they are absolutely fantastic because they allow you to do a bit of everything, and they just feel a bit bigger. It's seen as light freight, but yeah, general multi-purpose starter ship, $45. The Rambler, that expedition-y explorer one, $50. And the Scout, $50 for a more... I suppose it's got better components on it as well, but it's supposed to be used for scouting and scanning. Dragonfly, $40. It says it's a racing vehicle. I suppose it's a hover bike. It's pretty fast. I just see them as just multi-purpose workhorses for ground transport. Herald, $85 for that yet to be used properly data runner. I mean, we don't have data running in game. Ironclad, $450. It's pretty expensive, but it is a fantastic armored freighter. It is got a 1,536 SE of cargo. It's got the same sort of detachable module for its cockpit as the Caterpillar does. But yeah, it's great if you want to put ground vehicles in or want to use it as a hangar. It's got this open top sort of area that sort of opens up. It's all armored. It's an open top. It can open its top. And then you've got the Ironclad Assault, which goes, give it more guns, give it more armor, give it a little repair bay for vehicles, and focus more on being a drop ship. Can carry, refuel, and rearm heavy vehicles. Yeah, it's very cool. Very cool drop ship. It's very expensive, though. And then, talking about expensive, you got the KRAKEN. So, these are limited by number. $1,650. Huge price. Already sold out in first wave, as I said. But you've got those landing pads. You've got a little Dragonfly bay. You've got a load of cargo area. Yeah, it's absolutely fantastic. A light assault carrier. And then you've got its cool sort of flying space station shopping center brother. So it goes full service mobile outpost is what they deem it. Again, oh no, so we've got the Warbond version still in stock. I suspect that will sell out very quickly. Be sold out by the time you see this video, almost certainly. But again, you can buy them at midnight and 8 AM UTC. $2,000. Okay, they're ridiculously expensive, these ships. Get them in game. They're not available to play with yet. They're in concept, effectively. Got the Mule, $45. Ground sort of vehicles, I always say, get them in game as well. But it is a cool little, kind of like forklift. And then, finally, we've got the Vulture. If you want to do salvage, and you don't want to do it in a giant salvage ship, then I think the Vulture's for you. And there are other options. There's the Reclaimer. There's going to be other ships that have sort of salvage modules and stuff like that as well. So sort of bear that in mind. We may be getting a new MISC ship. It looks like they sort of teased a new MISC salvager recently. But we'll have to wait and see what's going on with that. Maybe in 4.0, maybe for Fleet Week later next year. And then we've got some Drake gear and that sort of stuff. And a very expensive Drake complete pack for many, many pounds or dollars. But yeah, that's it for Drake stuff. I'm interested to know, did you pick yourself up a sort of Kraken or Kraken Privateer, or did you already have one? Is that the sort of ship you want? You're going to be getting one in-game when you can, because they will be available in-game. We don't know when they're actually going to be available in-game, though. They're, as I said, in concept. I'm hoping at some points next year, but we'll have to wait and see. Have you bought anything else during the IAE? Are you waiting for Origin Day or Anvil Day? I'm super excited for Anvil Day because of the new Hornets, the Terrapin Medic, and the potential for a new concept ship, but we'll have to wait and see. Whatever your thoughts or questions, I would love to hear from you in the comments below. Have you used your brain thoughts to think about getting a Tobii eye tracker for your eyes for Star Citizen? It gives you natively supported high-precision head and eye tracking in-game for unparalleled immersion. And they're on sale, 20% off at the moment until the 3rd of December. Use the links below to get that fabulous offer, or go to tobii.gg/BoredGamer. Welcome to the Intergalactic Nord Expo, where there's only one vehicle here, the vehicle for better internet security, accessibility, and privacy. I wish I could watch Netflix in Japan or Pyro or whatever. Boom! I can, and I'm so protected. It's not a concept. You can fly with nordvpn.com/BoredGamer today. And with NordVPN, you don't need any variants, but it is pay to win because you need to buy it or get a subscription and then you win. Use the links below to get massive discount. November is all about the Intergalactic Aerospace Expo. We've partnered with the Star Citizen organisation Lunar Wolves for a massive giveaway. Commenting on any of my videos during the month gets you a chance to win one of 4 ships: a Zeus MR, an Ares Ion, a Drake Corsair, and even a Cutlass Black. All courtesy of those beautiful Lunar Wolves. But wait, there's more. Sign up to the Lunar Wolves recruitment page, link down below, for a chance to win an RSI Polaris with lifetime insurance. They're recruiting. You might be looking for an org. I'll chuck some further information and terms and conditions and stuff in the video description as well. Don't forget to click on the join button under my videos. That goes a long way to help support the channel. Thank you so much to you that have already done that. Zin and I play a load of games after work and stuff, and we want to chuck those up for people that have gone the extra mile to support us either on Patreon or via that join button. Just remember to like and subscribe as well. Comment, ask us some stuff. Thank you so much for everyone that supported the channel, whether it be for a day or for the last several years, a decade. Oh my God, we've been doing this for so long. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you have a great November and Intergalactic Aerospace Expo.